January is National Get Organized Month, and our small business guru is here, Jennifer Williams, to talk about small business. And the fact that she's a organizational expert doesn't hurt either. She owns St. Louis Closet Company for how long?
24 years.
24 years. You're 32 years old. And for 22 years, you've been running St. Louis Closet Company. Happy New Year. Good morning, Jennifer Williams.
Well, good morning, McGraw and Kelly. How are you guys?
Just fine.
We're doing great. And I've said this numerous times on the air and to other people, but if you are organized, you can be much better at your job and or small business.
Absolutely. There is no argument with being organized. You can get more time. You can increase your productivity. You can save money. You can relieve stress, relieve anxiety. You're just a better person if you're organized, and you're happier. You're happier. You feel like this weight has been lifted off of you if you can get organized. And not only in your home, but in your small business or your large business or just at your desk. If you can have an organized workspace, you can get so much more work done. You feel better about it, and you can really focus on large, long-term projects.
I know just in my job, if I sit down at my desk and my desk is messy and this and that, I can't think correctly. And so it blocks and I don't want to get too goofy here, but it blocks the good energy while you're trying to be creative to think about your next project or your next business venture or whatever else. You need that space in your head to sort of be that small business person.
Absolutely. And, last month we talked about time-saving tips with paper management and mail and filing systems. And all of that sort of goes to the bigger picture of just being organized. There's 5 areas that people rank as the top 5 places they want organized. And the first one is their office or their home office. So that tells you a lot right there, because if you come into work, like you said, and your desk is piled up, you're so stressed out, you start the day really behind where you want to be. I always like to have one space. I have a almost like a dining room table in my office where there's no paper, no mail, no anything. And that's where I like to sit when I'm trying to, plan, do my advertising budget for the year, or, my 3 or 5 year long-term plan is at this open, clean table,
right,
with no paperwork, nothing to distract you.
You have to concentrate. And you mentioned small home offices. You get up, you go down to the kitchen, you have a pot of coffee, and then you walk to your office, okay? So that's your commute. If you think your office is still your home and your home is your office, you get all messed up and confused. I mean, you need an organized place to go to and say, that's my office, this is organized. When I'm in here, this is my job. I mean, that you have to do that.
Absolutely. And people who work from home, there's been studies and studies, and it's been proven that you have to physically remove yourself from the home part of your home into your office and separate those two places. So if your kid's schoolwork is starting to, float into your desk,
right,
and the mail and the bills and the magazines you might or might not read, so you really want to get a handle with organization. A lot of times it just comes to having the proper desk or organizational tools where you can file things, put things away. But as we talked about last month, a lot of it has to do with just throwing stuff away.
Right, yeah.
Throwing stuff away. The 4 other places that people want to get organized are kitchens, closets, their master bedroom, their garage, attic, or basement. But the thing for me that's becoming a really big issue with organization are all of the different social media sites and how they all connect together. Because with my business, we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, House,
right,
as you know. And we have a website and we have a blog.
Right.
And constantly staying on top of all of those social media sites, which are so important for small businesses today, but figuring out how they interrelate so you don't look like an idiot by posting 10 things on the same site, but at the same time, staying on top of them. And then the other thing that has really become an organizational sort of nightmare for a lot of people are passwords. Think of how many websites now you have to have a password for.
Right.
So you need to have a simple, I have a passworded, which is funny because sometimes I forget the password to my passworded file of my passwords. But I keep it on my computer so I can, when I'm on the computer and I'm trying to log on to a website or my credit card statement or something, I have my passwords on my computer.
Yeah.
So,
but what's if someone hacks into your computer?
well, you know,
you have to do something.
You have to do something.
Right.
And I think passwords are becoming a really big issue with organization.
No question about it, because lowercase, uppercase, some need 6, some need 4, some need a letter and a number and a
So you
symbol.
typically don't have the same password for all of your
Right, yeah,
passwords.
yeah.
Well, you start out a few years ago. Did you all start out with the same password? You
Right.
know, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like,
Right.
just get this over with. And then all of a sudden they started getting harder, and then you made variations. Like for me, I made variations of my password because some websites required a longer one. So I was
Right.
like, oh, we'll add a few extra numbers. But then every time you go to log in, you forget.
Yeah,
What's
and then it says,
Exactly.
sorry, you're trying to hack into the account, so you're going to have to start all over again.
Absolutely. So, so getting your business organized, your workspace organized, your home organized can create so many benefits.
It's so true. It's such a brilliant comment, because the social media sites can suck your time dry by trying, I got to do this, and I got to do that, I got to do this. And so you never end up doing what you have to do to get the money coming in the door.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And, for a small business owner and an entrepreneur, you think, oh, wow, this is sort of free advertising. It's just my time.
Right.
Well, I can get myself so worked up over, okay, wait, now I got to go to Twitter, and now I have to go to Facebook, and we have to make sure those two linked, and then
Right.
you have to get the photo, and it's really,
Time is money.
time is money, and
Yeah.
you have to stand back and really
It's a great point.
organize yourself, organize your schedule, and say, you know what, 3 days a week we're going to spend an hour on social media.
She's an organizational guru. She's also a small business guru. Jennifer Williams, St. Louis Closet Company, stlouisclosetco.com for more information, right? You're happy to help out, answer questions?
Absolutely.
I got 15 seconds. What's going on with the closet company?
We're having a winter special, 15% off all closets, which I know you're closing on a house
I'm
soon.
coming up on more closets from St.
McGraw
Louis
needs
Closet
some
Company.
closets. Kelly might need a Murphy bed. I mean, this is the
know.
time.
I love me a
15%
Murphy
off.
bed.
15% off all closets. stlouisclosetco.com. Jennifer